Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and play some little music for y'all. That way I can have enough time to pull up these comments. Word the ball, man. Amen. Alrighty, y'all. What's up, you YouTubers? It's your host, Keandre. That was a hot track by Anthony Hamilton called Amen. Amen. Alright. Now, we're going to get this thing started right now. Hope you guys feeling good tonight, because we're going to have a really good night tonight with y'all lovely topics. I did have to tell one dude that I wasn't going to talk about his topic, because his topic wasn't even a topic at all. I ain't going to say his name, because again, even if you do give me a topic, I will keep your names anonymous, okay? So you gotta worry about me saying your names if you guys don't want the publicity, okay? So first up on the list, we have a girl actually, who wanted me to talk about obesity. Now, as many of you guys already know, excuse me, obesity is a real problem, especially here in America. We've seen how this crazy obsession with being fat and not having a problem with it. Let me tell y'all something. Last time I did research on this, it was about a couple months ago, and I came to the conclusion that well, after doing the research, I found out that there was like 34% of adults who were obese, who were considered obese, overweight, whatever you want to call it. And the thing is quite sad too, because that is quite a problem, even though it may be like a minority type percent, even though it's like in the 30s, even though it may not be a majority, that number could rise. A lot of people don't really understand that. That's something that could easily rise, especially with more fast food restaurants that we are having that are continuing to build up, and the laziness we start to have due to the fact that we live in a fast-paced society. So everything is, less patient than it was maybe like 50 years ago or something. So that is a problem, and the fact that we don't talk about it isn't going to make this. It's not going to make the solution even come. Now, I get it, some fat people who are fat, who know they are fat, probably wouldn't want somebody else to tell them that they are fat, and that is a problem, and that can lead to some health problems. But at the end of the day, the only way you're gonna really help yourself is if you are honest with yourself. As long as you are honest with yourself, you are going to, fix any problems you have. If you know you have a problem and you're honest with yourself to admit that you have a problem, you can get that problem fixed easily and quickly because you know your own flaws. And that's just something about knowing yourself and being honest with yourself again. All right. And she also told me two other topics. The next topic she wanted to give me was about, gay marriage. Now, I could have sworn, well, I actually only said one part of the video about gay marriage, which is like further down the road if you ever watch one of my videos. But I'll go ahead and give you guys my opinion on gay marriage again, though. My whole point on gay marriage is neutral. I'm neutral because do I judge gay people? No, there's really no need to judge gay people. It's not a big deal. Number two, I'm kind of against I'm against the teachings and, the lifestyle, of course. I'm not gay. I mean, of course, I would be against the teachings of that and, just living the lifestyle of being gay. That's something that I am against, but that's something that I don't judge. However, gay people want to be together, then they should just be together. Nobody should really have to interfere with that. As long as we don't have to be forced to live that type of lifestyle, I'm just fine with that, okay? And then the next topic that she wanted to choose, or me to choose, was teen pregnancy. Teen pregnancy is quite a problem here in America, especially. In 2014, I didn't really see any statistics from 2015, but in 2014, there were 200,400, no, there were 249,078 babies that were born from girls of age from 15 to 19. That is 24.2 births per 1,000 group of people. Okay, that is quite a problem. Even though that may seem small to you, that is a problem, and it doesn't really get better from here. Also, there's another statistic from 2014 that says 17% of these births were from females of more than one child. So now you have a 17% of these teen mothers who have babies when they already have one or more. And that is a big problem. And, I think, though, with though thinking about the teen pregnancy thing is, I think it's a result of the effects of peer pressure, drinking, having, sets and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's a result of that type of stuff. When you do that stuff and then you have the consequences, you have this baby, and So I think that's what it is. And a lot of kids don't really realize that peer pressure, that type of stuff can lead to pre- oh, never mind. I just heard somebody yelling. Anyways, peer pressure of those types of stuff right there, drinking and driving, not drinking and driving, but just drinking and partying and having sex and that type of stuff that teens sometimes love to do, which I don't know why. That stuff could lead to big major things like these. A lot of kids again don't really realize that. And so that's something that I really want to start pushing out there more on my YouTube channel as far as the teen pregnancy and the obesity rate. And you may get offended, fat people, and I don't mean that in a harsh or mean way, but the truth needs to come out because nobody's really speaking that truth. And as long as we stay quiet, the problem's never going to get fixed. So, just saying. next person. This next person wanted me to talk about girls getting dress coded. Now, when she gave me this comment, I wanted her to be a bit more specific in which she was talking about dress code. I asked her, were they actually wearing inappropriate clothes, and she responded and said they were wearing tights. Most of them had a shirt longer than the mid thigh, and they were just going around pulling girls into the office for just, of course, wearing these types of garments or attire, you should say. My whole thing is this: as long as a person is covered up, they have no naked parts showing, any if your inside body showing, you should be good. If your body of your inner areas or any other areas that would be considered inappropriate to look at because people may look at you some type of way sexually, of course, any that type of stuff that clothes that causes exposure to that, even though you may be covered up, but it causes exposure to that, that should also be something that should be hidden up a bit. Now, some schools do go too far with this whole dress code thing. I'm not gonna lie. Even with the hair too, it's not just the clothes; it's also with the hair. I remember last year, in seventh grade. This is a personal story of mine. Last year in seventh grade, I had like this I had somewhat of like a flat top. My hair was gone out. It was basically a flat top, and I had a whole bunch of designs on my side of my head. Now I went like 2 weeks without any of the administrators at my school noticing. However, on that second week that I had that hairstyle, somebody ended up catching it, and they warned me. Good thing I didn't have to go to detention or anything, or write me up or whatever they were going to do to me, or for just having designs in my hair. They just warned me, said that I had to get rid of it in 2 weeks, or else they would give me some type of consequence. And the crazy thing is, they won't even allow you to have a whole bunch of designs. That they will allow you to have like one design. That's what I had like just past week actually when I went to the barbershop. When I went to the barbershop, I had like this one line that went across my head, but that was about it because I know if I had a whole bunch of designs, I would have got in trouble because that's something that our school district here in Texas, Tomball, has a problem with. I find that quite strange too, and I'm kind of against that whole idea as well. So I know what you're talking about. To the person who came up with that topic, I definitely understand what you are talking about. All right. Now, let me go on to Facebook. La da 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 da. Amen. It got me saying amen from the church to the whatever he said. Come on. Taking my wasting my time. Don't check God's head when technology be acting slow, even when you got full Wi-Fi, it's on, it's connected, and it still be acting like a slow retard. I just don't get that. All right, here we go. I'm about to pull this stuff up. Wasting my time. All right. So somebody on Facebook said under my post, talk about Democrats versus Republicans. Now I've preached this so many times. If you really want to know the difference between Democrats and Republicans, let me tell you, there is no difference. The sooner people learn that there is no difference between a Democratic Party and a Republican Party, we'll be better off in our government and as a country, as a matter of fact. The fact that we have become so accustomed to the idea that there is a difference between these two political parties, even though they may have different views, they both act in the same daggone way. They both lie. Politicians do it all the time. They lie just to get in the White House or whatever. They do it all the time. It's nothing new. And yet, they may have the same rhetoric within their party. However, everybody within that political party seems to have the same views. Nobody seems to disagree ever. Ever. Now, can you guys tell me why is that? Can you guys tell me, no, seriously, why is it that no matter how many people you have in these political parties, they all seem to have the same exact view? Just same exact everything. The same talking points, the same views on how our government should be ran and how our country should be ran. It's the same views no matter what. Not only that, but a lot of people don't seem to realize that there really is no better political party. There isn't. I'm sorry to have to, hurt your feelings if you thought there was a difference or rain on your parade, but there isn't a difference at all. As a matter of fact, the fact that we even have politicians who have this ideology of these differences in political parties, it really doesn't make me look at them as a leader. It seems like they're just being a follower instead. A real leader would not go and do what everybody else is doing. A real leader would not go into a political party where everybody else has the same views when he knows good well he has different views, but yet he wants to follow the crowd. A real leader will set his own ways. A real leader will set a different path. A real leader will be a role model for anybody, for this country. It will have an everlasting impression, no matter what. He will still live on in memory. Even if he dies. That's what a real leader is. And the fact that we don't even know the real definition of a leader here in this country, it really makes me angry. It really does. Real leaders are independent politicians because being a leader means being independent, being smart, being different, being your own self. That's what a leader is. Somebody who does not get affected at all whatsoever. That's a leader right there who can have everlasting impressions on people, and not only that, but encourage other people to do better. That's what a leader is. And the fact that we still cannot figure that out still leaves me quite angry and a little upset. So, this next person also wanted me to talk about Clinton versus Trump. Now, you guys already know by now, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, that I have some very strong feelings for Donald Trump. He's gonna make America great again. Yay, Trump! Yay, Trump! Oh, we still got idiots in this country who still don't realize what Donald Trump can do, what he's already said he was gonna do, what he has said, what he has allowed at his rallies, even though he tries to make excuses and saying, well, it wasn't me, it was a crowd of people around my rallies. Doesn't matter, Donald Trump. You are the person, the main person at your rallies. If you don't want people at your rallies, you have the power and the ability to say, get the heck up out of my rally. Get out of this stadium. Get out of this auditorium. You have the power and right to do that. It is your rally. You are the main person there. You're the person who's getting all the attention. You should have the right to do that. And the fact that you won't do that, even though you see all the time